going to take you around to the front of this neighborhood. Again, this is the farm at Brunswick in Carolina Shores. And these neighbors are kind of just milling around. You look up right here, you're looking at a roof that is just completely demolished on this side. Breaking news at 11, Leland police are on the scene right now of a death investigation. Police say it happened on WBNS Road around 9 p.m. I think we can all say it was a whirlwind of a day and such an exciting day for everyone here in Wilmington, especially those veterans out on the battleship this afternoon. Now again, President Trump officially declared Wilmington today the first World War II heritage city in the entire nation. The search for what the New Hanover County Sheriff's Office calls a violent suspect ended right here behind me. Neighbors who heard it all unfold say it happened in just seconds. Actually, we're getting one of those gusts of wind right now where the wind really picks up and the rain just comes down on you. We got here a little while ago, like I said. The drive down here was not too bad at first, but conditions were getting worse. Law enforcement officers found Smith holding a woman at gunpoint in a car back behind several businesses here on West Broad Street. Each bus will now have an iPad with an individualized route. Plus, each parent can now track their child's bus when they download the app straight to their phone. One person has been injured and 2 homes here on Concord Street are a total loss. Now you can see behind me a few crews are still on the scene putting out a few hot spots. I've been trying out a couple games here and I'm gonna test them out for you, see how they are. So I'm going for that Brady jersey up there.
Motherly instinct to protect my son. They weren't going to get past me to get to him.
Monica Shepard and her son Damien never expected to be greeted at their Pender County home with that scene Sunday night.
I was playing my video games as usual, and I hear a banging on the door.
Damien says he opened the door to find 15 people, some holding guns, including an off-duty deputy from the New Hanover County Sheriff's Office, all at his doorstep.
They came to my door saying they were looking for a missing girl. They were given my address and my name, and that they were going to come in and look for her.
Despite the graduation sign in the front yard clearly showing he had a different name, he says they kept pushing. Damien says he tried to tell them his name, holding his ground. That's when his mom jumped in.
And he stated it again. Well, I'm just going to step inside and close the door and talk to you guys. And I said, no, you're not.
That's when Shepard says the deputy stuck his foot in the door, trying to push his way in.
I'm just like, my name is Damien, my name is Damien. You guys, I go to Laney High School. I graduated, my sign's on the lawn.
Finally, they say the group left and Shepard called the sheriff's office. That deputy, Jordan Kidda, now charged with trespassing and breaking and entering. Not only that, District Attorney Ben David announcing he's been terminated from the New Hanover County Sheriff's Office.
One thing that we absolutely make certain of is that anyone who's violating the law be treated the same.
We didn't want to rush to any hasty decisions. We wanted to make an informed decision. The situation was diffused, and we didn't feel like there was any further threat that evening.
Still shaken, Shepard says things could have ended much differently.
It didn't have to go that way, and just thankful that it turned out the way it did.
Every part of the restaurant is needing some type of repair. Every hour there's a new problem that we have to fix. It was devastating, to say the least. I've been through Hurricane Matthew, Hurricane Dorian. Florence was very significant, but this damage was the worst of all the storms.
We probably had about 3 feet of water in there.
Day 2 of cleanup for Southport. Down at the old yacht basin, some restaurants have many more days of cleanup ahead.
We've been through the full moon and the storm surge with Matthew, and water did get into the building, but we were not anticipating the amount of water that got in and how intense the water was. So it's a lot. The water line is at least 3 feet inside the kitchen.
On top of the flooding, the owner of Fishy Fishy says they lost docks, siding, and equipment. Across the street, Flava's Ice Cream says they're lucky to not have lost more.
Just a lot of junk everywhere. Most of the time in the past, we're used to this being on the waterfront, but because it came so quickly and picked up speed so much, we didn't expect everything, so we did come into a big mess.
Manager Mariah Smith says they lost a few coolers and had some roof damage. And on top of the pandemic, Isaias added a whole new layer of setbacks.
It's just heartbreaking for the whole town. You know, my heart goes out to everybody, every restaurant, every business that has gone through COVID and now this storm.
Over at American Fish Company, an employee says it's going to be a full rebuild. He says a tornado picked up the building and dropped it back down, leaving it teetering on the foundation.
We're resilient people, so hopefully we'll be able to open everything back up.
Just coming together as a community and supporting one another, that's going to be crucial for us to get back open.
We wanted something that would really bring life and to bring hope and inspiration. So the spirit of Kobe will live forever.
From thousands of miles away, one Bladen County man knew he could do something special.
For everybody to be able to feel, that love and the spirit of him and what he stood for, what he represented, and everything he brought to the game.
We've told you about Fletcher Collins, who started building custom caskets for families' loved ones.
I know I can't take away their pain.
That's what Collins says every time he builds a piece. This time, it hit on a whole new level.
I always dream high, hope big, that one day I would do something for someone really great to help them and their family in, of the loss. But no, I didn't see this day this soon or early in my life.
When Collins got the call from a family friend of Kobe Bryant, he went to work, building a tribute casket for Kobe, his daughter Gianna, and the 7 others that died in that helicopter crash.
We were hoping that it would touch his fans and family again in a way that this here piece would be so memorable that it would never ever go away.
Just like Kobe's legacy, Collins wanted the casket to reflect that.
The Black Mamba, in the Staples Center, because that's where he spent 20 years.
In just 72 hours, Collins built the casket, hoping it would embody all the same things the NBA legend did.
Thinking about Kobe and what he brought to not only to the NBA, but to all the neighborhoods with the young ones that desire to be like a Kobe, and that one day it'll lead to a smile on their face.